Happy Saturday, everybody. I am live. All right, happy Saturday, everybody. Checking in on this Saturday for a conversation. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday to everybody out there. It's a great day to definitely be out there being great, and we are getting ready to talk about, how you can get the advantage, man. It is definitely waistline season, and I can tell you that the hot product has hit the scene, and I am going to talk to all of you about it on how you can finally accomplish those weight loss goals. You can finally end the struggle. You can finally say yes to something that will absolutely get you gains. All right. So happy Saturday to everybody out there. We're going to talk about this incredible product, short, sweet, to the point. And you know what? What I love about it is I don't have to do too much talking, all right? Because this product speaks for itself. All right. Let me get my technology going over here. All right, everybody. I want to say happy Saturday to everybody that's out there, to everybody that is jumping on this Saturday, who may be watching this live, who may catch this a little bit later on. My name is Pam McCray, and I'm going to get this started in just a moment. All right, but I want to say welcome to everybody out there. Go ahead, tag, go share, go ahead, tell somebody that you know what, if they have been struggling with weight loss, if they have been struggling with losing the inches, if they have been struggling with that belly fat, that we truly have the answer. And I can tell you at 55 years old, I feel absolutely amazing as I get up every single day and, not only make sure that I am living life to the fullest by making sure that I am taking care of me, but what's even more exciting is seeing so many people around the world literally say yes to their health, say yes to themselves, say yes to the fact that they realize that their health is their greatest wealth. And the only way to bring about the change when it comes time to taking care of you is to simply make a decision that you are going to do something different in order to have something different, right? And that's really what it boils down to. And as we move forward in life, realizing that our health is our greatest wealth, these are the very moments in which things really begin to change for us, just simply because we begin to understand that we are our greatest asset. And if we don't first focus on us, how can we ever move forward in helping to change the world? How can we ever move forward in really leaving a legacy? How can we really move forward in becoming all that we were created to be? How can we really move forward and be able to do the things that we want to do in this life? All right. All right. So I think I got everything on point now. And so what I want to do again is introduce myself. My name is Pam McCray, and I can tell you that I'm really excited about the fact that, I've been blessed to be a part of an industry that has not only helped to change my life, but has helped to change the lives of millions of people around the entire world. But what's even more exciting, again, is the fact that people are now beginning to understand that we're living in a season in which there is a health epidemic, where truly people are battling, they're struggling in their health. They are struggling with weight loss goals. There's all kinds of situations out there, gimmicks, weight loss diets, and everything out there that so many people are grabbing a hold of that really may not be in their best interest, right? A lot of these shots and things that people are doing can end up being detrimental to their health down the road. However, people just want answers. People just want results. And so when we came out with this product a little over a month ago, right? It was just a little over a month ago when this product launched publicly on February 18th. We can tell you that we knew that we were going to get something big, but we had no idea that what we were about to get in our hands would be the game changer for so many people who were struggling, who were looking for results. And guess what? That would deliver these results fast, right? How many of you out there have, been on a weight loss journey where you've been on a roller coaster? Because I can tell you that has truly been my story, right? And I'm thankful because I began to grab a hold of health many, many years ago. My husband Nate and I, we have been health enthusiasts, fitness enthusiasts for a very, very long time, right? But I can tell you, for me, it was just an up and a down roller coaster where I would lose the weight, I would put it back on, and there were moments in life in which, I was just really struggling. But the one thing that I could never get rid of was that belly fat, right? That belly fat, no matter what, what I did, I would lose the weight, but that belly fat would still be there. That pudge would still be there. And finally, I can say that I have a product in my hands in which I truly believe that I will achieve my abs. I'm that woman who has said for many, many years, I'm determined to see my abs. But yet, you know what? Those abs could not come through just simply because I could not shake this belly fat, right? Well, about a month ago, we launched a product by the name of AbVantage that came on the scene, and imagine it targeting that killer fat. You see, we have to understand that our our body is really dependent upon 70% of our immune system, our gut, right? An unhealthy gut is truly going to be the downfall to you living life to the fullest and being able to get by in this life without battling issues in your body, without battling disease, right? It's linked to all kinds of things, right? So when you're dealing with visceral fat, that belly fat, that fat that really wraps around your organs, that causes issues with your cardiovascular health, that causes issues with your sugar levels, that causes issues with different things in your body. It is the fat that will literally take you out of here if you don't begin to make a change, right? And so this is a product that is doing exactly that. This is a product that is getting rid of that white fat, right? And now activating the brown fat in our bodies, that good fat, in order to get rid of it. And now at the end of the day, this is the reason why there are so many people in which their life is beginning to change, right? And so for me, I'm going to tell you, I started taking this product back in January, right? Was it January? Towards the end of January, right? Because I heard that there were a few people out there that towards the end of January, there were a few people out there that had some of this product, because everything that our company brings out is tested, it's tried, it's backed by science, it's clinical studies. So we don't play with our product. So when we say that we deliver, right? 100% guaranteed, right? And so I heard that there were a few people out there that had this product in their hands, that had the opportunity to get ahead of the game, right? And so I remember being a part of a challenge with another product that many of you may know. It's drops, called Skinny Drops, that will help you to lose weight, 2 times faster. But you have to change your diet. You have to pay attention to the things that you're eating. You have to really follow a plan, right? And so I was on that journey, and I remember, last year I did it for the first time. I lost like 14 pounds in 2 months, and I was so excited, right? Because I not only lost weight, but I kept it off because I never knew that it was my hormones. My hormones was out of whack. And so at the end of the day, once I got those back into place, then I was able to lose that weight and keep it off, right? So this past January, it started all over again for me, where we were part of a challenge. And I was excited to do this thing again because it gave me another opportunity to get rid of the belly fat. Well, I could tell you, during that challenge, I had lost maybe about an inch off of my waistline, and I ended up losing about 5 pounds during that challenge. But I added in this product about the third week. And when I added this product in, that was when I ended up losing an additional 2 inches off of my waistline in 2 weeks. And I could tell you, it just really exploded things for me when it came time to really being confident and understanding that, you know what, when you have the right products in your hand and you have the mindset to change, right? You are committed to your health. Guess what? That is when things will really begin to change for you. And so when I saw what this product did for me, and now I began to realize, wait a minute, I can really, get this weight off of me, off of my belly. I can really begin to accomplish this, right? And so that was exciting. And so at the end of the day, as I created my story, then I started to see so many people around me begin to create their story. And guess what? That was the beginning of this explosion that is now happening all across social media, that is now happening all across the world. And you have the opportunity to get in front of it, whether it's for your health, whether it's for you to be able to create an additional stream of income. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it starts with you, right? So, you know what? I want to share with you a few things on today, right? As I get into this product, right? I talked about number one, visceral fat. And a lot of times people don't realize, just exactly why you want to get rid of that weight gain around your stomach. Sometimes we don't really understand how detrimental it is to our health. But this is coming from one of our doctors, Dr. Ray Strand. Weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. All right. Weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now beginning to refer to visceral fat as killer fat. All right, that is coming directly from Dr. Ray Strand, right? So we realized that there was a problem happening in this world, right? And so what can you do when there's a problem? Well, I can tell you, anytime that you now have something that delivers an answer to the problem, that is where the change begins to happen. That's where lives are changed, not just physically. That's where lives are changed physically and financially when you have an opportunity like ours, a company that only delivers this product, right? You can't get this product anywhere else. And so now this is the problem. But then when there's a problem, you also want to bring the answer, right? And so now here comes on the scene this AbVantage, right? And these are some of the benefits that you're seeing on the screen, whether you're live on Facebook, live on Instagram, live on healthydrivenlife.com. That's where you can actually go and watch this presentation also, right? These are some of the benefits of this product, right? Imagine increasing your caloric burn 10 times faster, right? So you get leaner faster, you begin to drop the inches. This product literally is melting away waistline, all right? Waistlines. It's going to help reduce that stubborn visceral fat to slim the waist and the hips. How many of you out there want some slim waistlines? How many of you out there need to lose some weight off of those hips? How many of you out there, because I can tell you this one story that I'm going to show you today, that, this young lady, she took all of her measurements, and guess what? Like she's losing inches off of her arms, off of her thighs, off of her feet. No, I'm just kidding, not off her feet. But literally, right, the inches are just falling off, right? It's going to help to increase your metabolism so you burn more calories. It activates the fat burning cells in your brown adipose tissue. Remember, that brown tissue is the good tissue. It is the white tissue that you got to get rid of. And it helps to prevent that weight regain, right? That weight rebound that so many people, that weight gain rebound that so many people end up battling, just simply because, they try all these different diets. There's a lot of different plans out there, right? I know I have done so many in the past, right? Where, you starve yourself a lot of times, right? So I've done smoothie diets and lost tons of weight. And then as soon as I started to put a piece of lettuce in my mouth, guess what? All the weight came back on. Like, for real. So when you don't do things the right way, you're not only going to gain the weight back, because the statistics show that when people do all of these diets, right, these crash diets, I don't care what it is, cayenne pepper, lemon diet, not eating, just drinking water, juicing, whatever. If you don't begin to change your lifestyle and the things that you are doing, and understanding that it all plays a part, the things that we eat, the things that we put into our body, the water that we drink, the fact that we need to move our bodies and exercise, right? If we don't begin to create lifestyle changes, 80% of the people who end up losing weight, guess what? In less than 2 years' time, they are going to gain the weight back and put on even more, right? So don't do that. Let's end the struggle. Let's get the advantage. Let's grab a hold of this advantage and really help people to bring about the change in their life as you're bringing about the change in your life, and let's make this thing permanent, right? So let me just tell you, because this advantage has about 4 ingredients in it, right? And I'm not going to go into the ingredients, but you're going to get your B3, you're going to get your B6, you're going to get your chromium. I think it's 5 ingredients, right? You're going to get your chromium, you're going to get your L-tyrosine. All of these ingredients literally are products that help to turn protein, fats, carbs into energy, all right? Into energy. And at the bottom line. And so as it's turning the things that we're eating into energy, it's helping you to increase your caloric burn. It's helping to speed up your metabolism. And guess what? This is for real delivering results, right? But there's one ingredient that I'm going to focus on, because this one is the powerhouse. This one is the main ingredient in this product. And this is one that many people may not have heard of. So I'm gonna quickly just share with you some of the products that are in this. And it is known as grains of paradise, right? It's a powerful spice related to ginger, and it's known for its thermogenic metabolic properties, right? And health boosting properties. So not only are you going to be able to get rid of this visceral fat, this white fat, this killer fat. I want everybody to understand, when you have tissue around your abdomen, right? You are literally in a position where you have killer fat in your body. All right. And I'm going to keep saying that, right? All right. So here's some of the benefits of this product. It's going to activate the brown fat, right? It's going to boost the fat burning capabilities, right? And so as you can see, it helps convert that white fat, that stored fat, into a more metabolically active form. It enhances your metabolism and energy. I said that, right? Those other ingredients, not only does this one, every single ingredient enhances your energy, right? And even at rest. Imagine laying down, sitting down, and you are still burning calories. That's game over, right? It may help improve overall energy levels and fight fatigue. And I can tell you, I got some stories on here I want you to listen to that really talks about the energy. It regulates blood sugar levels, right? So this product is beyond, it's bigger than the waist. It really is, right? And so you can see that it may prevent the blood sugar spikes and the crashes, reducing those cravings. How many of you out there crave certain things, right? Well, it's because you need to get this advantage in your life. It aids in digestion and gut health. Remember, I said our gut health is our greatest health. If our gut is not healthy, guess what? We are going to battle issues in our body. It helps reduce bloating and discomfort after meals, has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. It supports hormonal balance and a libido. All right, anybody hear me on today? So if you're struggling, guess what? This grains of paradise, some research suggests that it may boost testosterone levels in men, supporting muscle growth and overall vitality, and traditionally used as an aphrodisiac to enhance sexual health, improve circulation, and heart health, right? I talked about that a little bit, right? May help regulate your blood pressure, and it also supports cognitive function and mood, right? A lot of times we don't really pay attention to this, right? But, I can truly say number 8 is huge, all right? And many times people don't understand the importance of our brain health, right? We take that for granted. But being a daughter who literally watched my mom disappear from Alzheimer's, as a woman who was once vibrant, a woman who gave of herself to everyone, who literally did so much, and even, focused on doing the right things, because I can remember, as my mom began to get even from a young age. I remember she always was, had a healthy mindset, right? She always did. But I can remember her diving more into health. And so we don't really understand that, our gut, the things that we do, the physical exercise, the building muscle, right? These things really help with our cognitive function. And at the end of the day, we want to be on this earth, but we want to be here with a sound mind and a brain that continues to function. So we got to begin to take care of these things now, right? And so that ingredient is powerful. And so this product came on the scene. And when it came on the scene, imagine having something that literally sells out in 38 minutes, right? We sold over 5,000 bottles of this product in 38 minutes. In a week and a half, we sold 16,000 bottles of this AbVantage, right? And I know when I checked last week, right? Because numbers don't lie, right? And when I checked last week for an update, we had sold 30,000 bottles of this AbVantage in less than a month. So what does that mean? It works. What also does it mean? People are sick and tired, right, of struggling with their health. It also means great opportunity for the person who says, you know what, I want to help others to begin to change their life. All right. So let's get into some of these stories, right? Because I could talk to you guys all day long today, but I want to share with you, first and foremost, let me bring up one of these stories that, one night, this was the very first week that this product, I really got out there and people started to get it. And this was a couple weeks ago, right? When I actually asked a few people on a team call to just kind of share, what their experience was in just being on this product a few days. All right. So let me first and foremost introduce all of you all to Pastor Takia out of Miami, Florida.
It's round all the way around because I wear clothes and I like to hide my robes, hide a lot of things. So people like, I didn't know you.
Wait, hold on. Let me back it up. I think
Recently, so tomorrow would be a week for me. Okay. So definitely, I have experience. Yeah, I had to go down about 2 notches on my belt thus far. And I think what really happened, and I said, oh my God, I didn't know I was this round all the way around because I wear clothes and I like to hide my robes, hide a lot of things. So people like, I didn't know you really look like that. I said, me either. So, after I had lost that initial weight from using the drops and now using the AbVantage, I discovered my gut. So now I'm trying to get rid of this gut. And so the AbVantage is definitely helping me with that. So I do feel a little better about that. So I don't have to try to make sure my shirts go all the way over everything. So I know eventually after a while, I'll be able to look a little slimmer in this area. So I'll see where I am definitely on tomorrow. So I'm like, Sister Franchon, yeah, we got to do.
So there you have, right? That was Pastor Takia sharing on the team call, just from a few days of being on that product, she was able to, number one, you heard her, she said she discovered, that she had that gut, but she lost 2 belt loops. She was able to move her belt over 2 notches, right? In a matter of days. So I want you to think about, what have your goals been? What have you struggled with? What are some of the things that you want to see happen when it comes time to your health? Because these stories are happening in a matter of days, right? But I want you to understand, you see, when we first got this product, they gave us some information about it, right? And they said, you know what, immediately, this is what somebody's going to experience. They're going to experience that it's going to boost your metabolism immediately. So when you begin to take this product, that is an immediate result, 100% guaranteed, right? Then in 24 hours, guess what? Your metabolism remains elevated. So your metabolism, when you take this, it doesn't stop, right? 2 little capsules, that's all it requires. 2 little capsules a day, right? And when you take it, you now put your metabolism in a position of being unstoppable. I don't know about you, but that is the answer to weight loss. That is the answer to getting rid of visceral fat. That is the answer and the game changer and the reason why all of these stories are already happening and this product has just been around 1 month. All right. Then in 2 weeks, now the company says in 2 weeks, with consistent use, you can increase your daily caloric burn and shed stubborn visceral fat. Well, I want you to know we have some stories that are happening even prior to the 2 week mark. All right. So let me share with you some of these stories right here. Right. Check out Letitia. Letitia got started on this. Now she's someone who took all of her measurements because she said she is not playing. She want to know every inch that falls off her body. Right. And so when she started to take this, she measured her arms, she measured her hips, her waist, her neck, her chest. Right. I can see that off of her waist. Her waist went from a 36 to a size 33 in literally 9 days, right? From the 13th to the 22nd, she lost 3 inches off of her waist. Her hips, she lost a half an inch, right? She lost some inches off of her arm, right? So you can look at this and just see that this is happening in a matter of days, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So now that was her measurements, but I want you to see her journey just a little bit because this was her on December 10th. And I can guarantee you what Letitia did when she jumped in on our challenge, right? Our skinny drop challenge in the beginning of the year. And she started that when she got the AbVantage. Look at the difference, right? I don't really even have to say too much because results don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. And so she added this AbVantage, and you can see effective March 4th, right? Just a few days ago, this is what Letitia is looking like. So how do you think Letitia feels? Pretty amazing, I'm sure, right? So let's see who else we got. Check out Michael. Look at this. Inches. So this is not just a product for women. This is a product for everyone. All right. Because men are grabbing a hold of this AbVantage, and guess what? They are losing the inches. And he sent a text message. I lost 3 inches and 2 pounds in 7 days of using AbVantage. Yes, Mike, this is absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see where you'll be at the end of the 28-day challenge, because we are wanting all of you to take the challenge. Take the 28-day challenge. If somebody invited you here today, if you're invited by us, if you are watching this live, take the 28-day challenge and get AbVantage into your life, right? Because you can be the next story, right? Let's see who else is next. Now, this is Monique, right? And this is for that person out there that's saying, you know what, and you know, even if people look at you and they're saying, sit down, right? Because there are some stories out there in which sometimes people will look and they'll be like, well, you don't need to lose any weight. But Monique had a little pouch. She wanted to get rid of it. And I don't know about you all, but I see them abs coming through on Monique, right? And so this was her story. I can't remember. I know she did it in just a few days. It might be like a 5-day story or 7-day story or something like that. I can't remember right now. I have to know it before I pull it back up. But you can see, all right, facts tell, but stories sell, right? And so at the end of the day, this is her story, right? And so, you know, story after story with this incredible product. And so as we are introducing it to the world, you now have the opportunity to say, you know what, yes to your own health. But I got some more stories for you, all right? I want you now to check in to to North Carolina, right? And I want you to take a look, Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want you to take a look at Bobby P.
Shared earlier, I've now been on the AbVantage for a whole full week, and one of the biggest things that I've noticed is just a tremendous shift as far as my appetite is concerned. And because of one of the ingredients in it, chromium, I'm pretty sure has played a big role in that. Also, too, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I have gotten some more sustainable, much better quality sleep. Just being on the AbVantage. And I'm pretty sure because of what's in it, it has aided me, can't speak for anyone else, but it's aided me as far as just getting a much better quality sleep. And of course, as I shared earlier in the week, you know, because I have not been able to be that active. I've been dealing with a back injury, back issue that I've had for years, and it really has flared up here within the last, month or so. But now, as I'm able to get a little bit more active, I'm pretty sure that the results are going to get even better. But just, just being active at a minimal level and just being consistent and taking the advantage. And of course, with the change as far as my appetite, so it changed up my eating. I dropped and melted off, I suppose, a whole inch as far as my waistline is concerned. And I think that's something that for people that cannot be overly physically active, for one reason or another, for health issues, I think that this is something that could really help aid in them still wanting to be healthy, to drop not only just weight, but even more importantly, this visceral fat. And I'm looking forward to going into my second full week, and just keeping up with the results. Because I'm very curious as what's going to happen when I get more physically active. I think that's going to help kick it into high gear.
Absolutely. Imagine what's going to happen. I can only imagine what's happening by now, because that was a couple weeks ago when he actually shared that testimony and just getting started on that product. And that was just a couple days in. So imagine you now being able to grab a hold of this advantage and being able to slim down your body, slim down your hips, slim down your waistline, really feel good, especially because it is almost the summertime, right? So let me pull up a few more stories on here today, and then I'm going to tell you how you can actually grab a hold of this product, which I can tell you, we keep it out of it. Like, we keep selling this product out of stock. However, you still can grab a hold of this product. All right. We just can't keep it, but I can guarantee you that, once we get it again, it's going to be here, and we're really excited. But that just lets you know that why you want to get this product now. You want to have it headed towards your household in order to start your change. All right. So now this next person that I'm going to bring to the stage, this is actually an incredible couple that, and this is the husband, James, and I can tell you their journey here, and their commitment to really releasing the weight, right? As they say they released the weight, has been absolutely phenomenal. Like, we've watched their story. They came over here, and their journey they have truly been committed as a couple to drop the weight. And you can see he lost 2 pant sizes in 7 days. All right. So 2 pant sizes in 7 days. Imagine that happening by just taking 2 pills, 2 capsules a day, right? And this is his phenomenal wife. And I'm going to tell you, when I looked at her before and after, like, I want y'all to understand that she just took this picture on the left at an event in Florida, right? The weekend when they were able to grab this product early around February 8th. This was Natasha. Look at Natasha now. That is unbelievable. Okay. 7 inches released in 5 days. I don't know, but honestly, on her before and after picture, it's almost like just drop the bottle. Forget the mic, just drop the bottle, right? For real. Because at the end of the day, these stories that are coming in left and right, we can't even keep the stories, because these are just a few stories. Like, I literally was trying to just pull some stories together before jumping on this live today. And there's so many testimonies that I could grab a hold of to where it is not even funny. All right. So here's a couple more. All right. Check out Marquita from the 24, belly fat. Right. And I can tell you, Marquita is real big on exercise and moving her body 30 minutes a day. Right. She's eating better. She's drinking her water. She's taking this advantage. And again, just look at her before and after picture. Right. And who else we got? This is Quetta. Look at her. 5-day results. Look what happened to her, right? She was able to drop 5 pounds and 1.5 inches off of her waistline in 5 days, ladies and gentlemen, right? Story after story after story. Check out this story. I started taking this belly burning supplement on February 10th. She got a cold. She stopped it. Then she started taking it again on the 17th, right? But guess what? Before consuming AbVantage, her waist was 36 inches. She started to take AbVantage, and guess what? 3 inches in 7 days. She didn't even exercise, right? Of course, we do want you to move your bodies, but guess what? She was able to do that without even moving. And then check out Cheryl, right? Cheryl, again, her journey, on these products has been a phenomenal one. And you know what? She started to add the AbVantage to the noni. because the noni is the foundation, right? I'm sipping on some noni right now. Forgot to sip. All right, I'm sipping on some noni right now. And she started to take this AbVantage with the noni. She ate clean. She moved her body. She too, she said she's in the gym. She's moving her body day in and day out. She drank her water. She lost 5 inches off of her breast, 4 inches in her mid stomach, and 2.5 inches overall, right? So, you know, when you look at these stories, ladies and gentlemen, we just want to ask you, are you ready to be the next story? Because at the end of the day, we have the answer. We have this product. We have the AbVantage, which is going to now give you the advantage when it comes time to you accomplishing your goals. All right. And so now, before I close this out today, I got one more story that I'm going to bring to the line. All right. And I'm going to bring on the other half of Bobby T, right? His fiance, none other.
And for me, the biggest thing for me is my appetite has significantly changed. I'm having to force myself to eat because I honestly really don't have an appetite. And it has changed my taste buds. I find myself eating more salads. I've been eating a salad every day for the last 5 days. And so is I don't want anything. Even the smell of certain foods that I would eat, I'm just like, I can't even eat that anymore. But the 8-9 days that I have been on it, I have lost 1.25 inches off of my waist. I have dropped 4 pounds. And I know those pounds came due to the appetite change in the way that I have started eating. I can tell the difference. I wear scrubs every single day, and when I first got these new scrubs, they were a little big, and I had gained the weight, and so they were tight. But I'm walking around work having to pull up my scrubs around my waist now. I did measure my hips. I haven't lost any inches off of my hips, and I'm kind of glad because I want to kind of keep some of my hips. But the waist is where I'm seeing the difference tremendously at, and I can see it in my face. Like I don't know what it is, but it is working. And I've been so busy, with work and moms and practice and everything. So I haven't had the opportunity to work out, but I have increased my walking around work, no longer taking the elevators and walking around the building. And so just doing more things. So I know that is attributing to it. So I'm super excited because it is working and it's very simple. Like,
there we have it, right? It is working and it is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. And so story after story after story is happening as we are introducing this incredible product to the world that is literally going to 10x your metabolism. It's going to increase you burning those calories day in and day out. It is going to slim that waistline, slim the hips, slim your legs, your arms if they need to be slim. It is literally going to target that unnecessary fat, that visceral fat, that killer fat, and allow you to achieve your goals, but better yet, to feel good and to live life to the fullest by taking care of you and understanding that your health really is your greatest wealth. So if you're watching today, what you want to do is you want to get back with the person who invited you on here today, who may have shared this with you, and you want to say yes. You want to find out how you can grab a hold of this product that is the game changer. It's affordable, right? Literally, you can grab this product today. $65 is what it costs. It's going to increase your calories, right? It is going to activate those fat burning cells in that brown adipose tissue. It helps reduce the stubborn visceral fat to slim that waistline. It helps prevent that regain, right? That regain. Stop losing the weight and put it back on. It is going to increase that metabolism so you burn more calories. And that is the goal, right? And so if you just want to grab a bottle, it's only sold here at this company, right? We have this proprietary blend. You're not going to find it anywhere. I don't care what you do, right? So you want to get back with whoever invited you on here today and say that you're ready. And then if you are now ready to take your life to the next level, you may know some people out there who are saying, well, you know what? I want to lose some weight too, right? Because the world is suffering. 75% of the world, United States, not even the world, but the United States and Canada is dealing with obesity and the diabetics epidemic, right? Over 50% of our children are obese and dealing with diabetes, right? So there's an epidemic out there, and we're on a mission to stop, to help people around the world to begin to lose this weight, this visceral fat, and to live life again, right? And so if you're out there and you're saying, well, you know what? I'm looking for an opportunity. Well, I would be remiss if I did not let you know how profitable this company is, right? Because you can actually get started with an 8-pack here at Partner Co, right? You're going to get one for you, and now you're going to have 7 to sell. And I can tell you, you literally have the opportunity to create unlimited potential income by grabbing a hold of this 8-pack. And now you take your product, you get your own personal story. You sell 7 of these for $65. You invested $288 plus tax and shipping. But now 65 times 7, you do the math, $455. You are already in profit mode, right? And these bottles are flying off the shelves. All right. So with that being said, I just wanted to come on here and let you know it is slim down season. So I said, let me get up today and share some of these phenomenal stories, right? Because we are going to literally take over social media and tell the world about this product. So as we cross your timeline, that's your sign to say the time is now. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, get back with whoever invited you on here today. Say yes to you. Grab a hold of this advantage. And as you do, I can't wait to see the slimmer you. All right, y'all, because this product truly is going all the way to the top and the bottom is way too crowded. So we headed to the top, and all you got to do is say, let me come and go on up there with you, because that bottom is way too crowded, right? So we'll see you back next time. Have yourself an amazing Saturday, y'all. With the waistline, it's the waistline. 28 inches with my suitcase. You don't even need the scale, all right? But the scale is moving. The 28-inch waistline, y'all. Look, y'all. Look. Summer's coming. Let's go, y'all. Perfect combination.